I'm trying to think about what this must be like for you, and I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not here to attack anybody. I'm not here to try to trip you up with any kind of
Back at you.
ambush or anything. Yeah, I'm here with essentially a history lesson. I'm here with just an itemization of things that have happened, a saga that I have endured for the last year and a half here.
Okay.
That first and foremost has to be brought to your attention, and hopefully we'll see what happens after that. I'm interested to see how you're going to handle all this stuff, and because I really kind of want to establish that I go about very much trying to understand what it's like to be a cop. I know that you've seen some things that I've never seen, never will see. Seen some things that might even occasionally cause nightmares for you still. And I cannot tell you the relief that I have and the gratitude that I have that you elected to do that instead of me. And there are very few things in my life that I hold in higher regard than enforcing the law. And I even heard you a few times, a small handful of times on the radio during your campaign, and was impressed, and you sound like an old school guy, and like that's most certainly going to be a valuable contribution to the community if you're able to follow through with all that stuff, because just like anyone else on the radio during political campaign time, it's hard to really kind of find out if promises are going to be delivered. So. I guess all in all, I'm just coming down and saying, this is a small handful of things that happened in the last year and a half, and I just want someone to say that I want someone to do what they said they were going to do.
I did tell you I was going to look into it.
Right. Okay. But a lot of the issues you're saying we need to move on and pass the subject.
Well, because you're not satisfied with the answer I gave you, and so that's where we're at with that.
But it's not me you need to satisfy. These are your words. You're the one who made these promises, and I'm showing you how you didn't fulfill these promises. And you're saying, well, I'm not satisfying you. And I'm like, I'm never asking anybody to satisfy me. Right? Okay. I just want you guys to obey the law. I want you to satisfy your own promise, your own bond.
Okay. And according to your opinion, I haven't been, so again...
Not an opinion. I never gave you an opinion. All I'm doing is saying what happened.
Okay.
I never once told you ever how I feel.
Well, I guess you saying that we're enemies isn't how you feel?
Not at all. That's simply the truth.
Okay. So we are enemies?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. Spencer, just so that you understand I don't view you as an enemy. I view you as a citizen that's very passionate about something. Some of the things that you're bringing up to me are far-fetched, and you don't agree.
Wait, I want to stick with that, if I may. How are they far? What am I saying that's so outrageous?
Two things we've already discussed. You want me to arrest a judge, and you want me to get on a plane, your words, get on a plane and fly to Washington and arrest the president.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to make you famous, man. You're gonna lose your job, but you're gonna make $10 million from your
Well,
book.
You know what? If I lose my job, then that's on me.
You're gonna be the most famous man in the world, walking in there and arresting the president of the United States for breaking the law. Can you imagine? I mean,
I know. You know what? I don't deserve that kind of being infamous in that category. Then.
You're not infamous. You're doing your job.
If Mr. Spencer, and if I'm not doing my job, I'll lose my job. Okay, so we'll just let that.
That's my problem, though, is the people who aren't doing their job aren't losing their jobs. Those judges aren't losing their jobs. What if the judge does a hit and run? Would you arrest him?
Yeah.
Why?
If he committed a crime.
Ding, ding, ding. What do you think that I'm talking about? What he did in the courtroom was a crime. Direct violation of enumerated rights. Told me straight out of his mouth, you do not have a right to a jury trial. There is not one circumstance in this country where you can have a trial and no jury. Absolutely not. Okay. It's not my interpretation of the Constitution. I am reciting the Constitution. It's not an interpretation. It's not my opinion. It's not what I feel. The judges broke the law. Now, you're going to arrest them if they break maybe a more heinous law, right? If they hit and run or kill someone, okay, then it's more obvious in your face and you don't have a choice because you're going to have an entire community staring down at you saying, you need to handle this right now because he killed someone. But it doesn't matter. The level of the crime is irrelevant. A crime is a crime.
Well, I'm sure that when the judge told you that you weren't entitled to a jury trial over a speeding ticket, he's got some law behind him.
Where,
okay?
show me.
I'm not the judge.
To have him show me.
You go have him show you.
I tried. He
Okay.
left the room and
Okay.
called in a deputy to get me out of the room.
Okay.
So you see my problem. You're giving me all this advice, and I'm going and I'm following all of
No,
your guys'
I'm
advice.
telling you what can be done, and you're...
Well, not
you're-
advice, but yeah, you're telling me what to do, and I'm doing all of these things, and it's not working.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go arrest a judge,
No, you're
and
not doing your
if
job.
you feel that compelled that I'm not doing my job, then start a recall or however it is, because the citizens voted for me to do this job as sheriff, okay?
Yep.
And so that's what I plan on doing to every fiber of my being, is to take care of this. The laundry list of stuff that you've got here, you've got 2 concerns on it that I'm gonna be looking into, because I don't like the idea that you're accusing some deputies of breaking the law, and I will look into that. As far as me arresting a judge and the president, sorry.
And a deputy?
Sorry. Okay, so, again, if you feel that passionate about it, then my suggestion is that you can take it upon yourself to get a petition, have me recalled, because that's the only way that I'll
That's
lose
the
my
only-
job.
That's the only way you're gonna start following the law, is if I get your job?
Again, I give you the options of how to get my job.
You didn't ask the question. So the only time the law is gonna be obeyed is if I am sitting in that chair.
No, because if you're doing the things that you're talking about, you're gonna run into some difficulties. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's hard being the sheriff.
Oh, I
It's hard being
I
a
know.
boss.
But
Even
apparently, I'm not doing it right by your standards, so.
By your
um,
standards.
By your standards.
No, I'm using your words.
No.
You are the one who made these promises.
And I am doing them.
I just
You
satisfy the
disagree.
discrepancies, because
You
you're telling me
disagree.
the opposite.
I don't
side.
see, the discrepancies are something that you've come up with.
But this is history. It's
Okay.
not what I came up
Right.
with. I'm telling you what happened. It's Zaraki, I'm almost positive, is gonna tell you that these things didn't happen. And if that's the case, I want you to give me a call, and I'll show you right out of the horse's mouth. If it'll help you to hear it straight from his mouth, I keep all this.
I told you I'm gonna look into it, and I give you my word, okay?
But what if he says no? What if he says it didn't happen? Are you gonna get
Well,
back
there's
in
more
touch
than
with
one
me?
person involved.
I know. So
Okay.
are you gonna get back in touch with me, and are we gonna settle this together, or is this?
Well, if there's something that needs to be brought up and into the future, then I will get in touch with you. If it's a moot point,
Well, here's what I anticipate. I anticipate a phone call from you or someone representing you saying, we looked into it and we determined that he didn't do anything wrong, click. That's pretty much what I'm expecting,
Okay.
which is not adequate. Right? We're not getting to the bottom of things, if that's the case.
okay. Mr. Spencer, I think the issue that you have until you are 100% satisfied that all these concerns that you have aren't directly dealt with, then you're never going to be satisfied. So,
Why do you keep thinking you have to satisfy me?
because you're the only person out of the 295,000 citizens of this county that seems to think that I need to go arrest Barack Obama. You're the only person out of the 295,000 citizens of this county that says I need to arrest a judge. If they were doing this on a regular basis, do you think that I would have had contact with a bunch of folks?
Do you think if there's only one person, then the truth just vanishes? If it's just one person that's bringing these things up, then all of what I'm saying just didn't happen. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's what you're suggesting.
No, that's what you just suggested. You said, I'm the only person in 300,000 people that are bringing these issues up. And if more people were bringing it up, now I'll start thinking about obeying the law. Now I'll start thinking about enforcing the law. The beauty of this country, one man and the law outnumbers all other votes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what California comes up with, they can say that I have to go ask you for a license to carry a weapon, and I don't. Because one man and the United States Constitution outnumbers every other vote, all other 29,999,999 people.
Okay.
Well, I mean, are you saying okay like I'm right, or are you saying okay because you want me just to go on a different issue?
Let's do a different issue. You got about 5 minutes. I'll give you an hour.
Well, you didn't give me an hour, I used up an hour that already belonged to me. This hour
Okay.
belongs to me.
However you want to word it, that's
Well, I
fine.
just want to make sure we're clear, you know.
Okay, we're clear.
No one's giving me anything. I'm
Okay.
not trying to get anything from anybody.
Okay.
And you're saying that I'm coming in here and I'm trying to get satisfied. I'm just laying down what happened, and I want to know what you're going to do about it. And I want them to know what you're gonna do about it.
Okay, and that was very, very poignant. Okay, that's how we're gonna deal with the judges and the president. Okay,
It's very unfortunate.
okay.
It's very unfortunate to know that what we are calling the enforcer of the law, the one that we rely on to defend us, is gone. And they say, well, I'm only gonna do it under these other terms that I never agreed to, that you never agreed to, that you were never a part of. Right now, I'm playing in this football game over here, but I'm never supposed to be in this football game. I'm playing baseball, right? These are the rules that I am bound by. So, again, I know this is uncomfortable for you. I thank you for doing this with me. I really do. I hope that you can. I hope that you do agree that I'm a very safe person. I'm a very upstanding citizen, and that I have no intention on, causing harm to anybody ever. But I'm almost absolutely certain that I'm on some kind of crazy terrorism task force lists and all kinds of other stuff like that because.
Well, and in front of all this media, Mr. Spencer, this is the first time I've had the opportunity to meet with you. You're not on any list, not with me.
Okay.
Okay?
Would you mind looking into that a little further for me?
I will,
Okay.
and if something was done, then I can't unring a bell,
I got you. Yeah,
okay?
But if someone put me on a terrorism list of some sort and I didn't do any of that, would you handle that for me?
Well, I don't know that they would let me know. Okay, I just tell you what is going on in Merced Sheriff's office, okay? Everything that I have, as far as having an insight to whomever might be, you're not on any list. You're on 0 list. You need to really believe that because I strongly support you with your passion with regard to what we're talking about, okay?
I don't think you do.
But I really do,
Well,
okay? I just did. We sat here, and,
Me hearing a bunch of stuff in a meeting doesn't prove anything.
okay, I already explained to you, I'm not flying to Washington. I've already explained to you that I'm not gonna arrest
And
a
you don't
judge.
support me. You
I
don't
support
my
your right
passion.
for the passion
No, you don't.
that you have.
No, you
All
don't.
right. Okay, so, do you have anything else that you wish to discuss?
No,
Okay.
but I will thank you. Your professionalism and your conduct is much better than my experience in this department so far.
Well, I appreciate that.
I hope to be able to do it more. In a way, I kind of want to say I would like these sort of uncomfortable meetings to continue, just because.
Just for
I
your,
appreciate-
sitting here talking with you, this is something that I do, and as far as being uncomfortable, not. So I appreciate the fact that you're here, but understand, like for me, I'm available. And I do have an absolutely horrific schedule, and I found that becoming sheriff, as being in law enforcement, that I've almost 36 years as a full-time cop, the sheer volume of stuff that's in this office of a sheriff is just, there's a wow factor to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the challenge that I'm getting on a daily basis, and so when I can, and I do talk to a lot of folks, and I also agree with you that anybody in this county should have the right to come talk to me. Okay? And it's here, I've got it on video, and Mr. Gonzalez here knows very well how easy it is that I am to get a hold of. I am a little different than the past administrators here.
I would agree.
And, but I really want you to believe this. I don't hold you as an enemy. I think that we've got some differences of opinion, but I do not view you as an enemy. You're not a gangbanger. You're not out terrorizing the community. You're a concerned man that's got a lot of passion for the Constitution, and as I do. But we have a couple of different viewpoints on how I need to enforce it. So you're thinking that I view you as an enemy, because I don't. I've got really strong bad
I
guys.
you don't view me as an enemy.
Yeah, okay. So I've got bad guys to worry about, and believe it, I don't consider you one of them. So, if that'll conclude our interview.
That'll work for now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you too.
All right.
See you again.
You betcha.